The following episode was recorded just before Hurricane Helene, which devastated Western North Carolina, where I live and where our podcast is produced. While our region recovers, our podcast will be on hiatus. Stay tuned on social media at How It Feels to Be a Mother for updates. Also, if you would like to assist in helping individuals and families in Western North Carolina affected by the hurricane, check this episode's description for links to donate to trusted organizations.
Welcome to this episode of How It Feels to Be a Mother. I'm your host, Sarah. Today, I reflect on the nearly 20 episodes of the podcast to date and share some of the emotions I've experienced along the way, including a deep sense of connection to the community, a greater sense of compassion for everyone, including mothers, as humans dealing with a diversity of emotions at any given time, and my ongoing curiosity around how it feels to be a mother, which was the catalyst for this work. Join me as I take a moment to share the complexity of my emotions along the continuum of motherhood.
Welcome to the How It Feels to Be a Mother podcast, where we dive into the emotional complexities and varied experiences of motherhood. I'm your host, Sarah Broberg. This judgment-free zone is a place where mothers can express their authentic feelings and experiences as whole human beings. In each episode, we'll explore the catalyst question at the heart of this movement. How does it feel to be a mother? Through engaging discussions with mothers from diverse backgrounds from around the world, we'll explore the complexity of emotions along the continuum of motherhood. Join us as we speak with mothers from all walks of life, from those with infants to those with adult children, uncovering the vast emotional continuum of motherhood. Whether you find motherhood to be a blessing or a challenge or somewhere in between, sometimes all at once, this podcast is here to validate your feelings and to break the stigma, shame, and guilt that can often accompany maternal experiences. Tune in and be a part of a movement that empowers mothers to embrace the emotional depths of what it really feels like to be a mother. Join the conversation.
Hey, everyone. I decided we're going to do something a little bit different for this episode, hence the different background. We are almost 20 episodes into How It Feels to Be a Mother, the podcast. And I thought it might be a good time to do like a little reflection. So here on the water side, it seems like a perfect place for reflection. So it's been a ride, and I've been thinking about the emotions attached to this journey, exploring the complexity of emotions along the continuum of motherhood in conversation with mothers, amazing mothers. And I think the first thing that I've really been feeling is a deep sense of community, of connection to every mother I've spoken to, and even mothers that I just see on the street or I hear about in the media, just feeling a deep sense of connection to our shared journey, our challenges, our joys, our stresses, and all of the complexity of emotions around how it feels to be a mother. So that's kind of the first thing that comes to mind, is that feeling of connection. Stemming from that feeling of connection is also like a deep sense of compassion. Through these conversations and just the work that I've been doing also, and kind of trying to sort out my own emotions and going through my own emotional journey. This deep-rooted compassion has really emerged for me in all things related to motherhood, as well as other parts of my life, which has been really lovely and frankly unexpected. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a very compassionate person or a very empathetic person. Others may disagree, but these conversations and this work for How It Feels to Be a Mother has really kind of given me a deeper sort of sense and level of compassion for everyone's journey, not just those who are parents or who are mothers, but really in getting a fresh perspective on our shared humanity, and that whether we're parents or not, whether we're mothers or not, whether we, wherever we are, whatever we're dealing with, that we're all human and we all have this range of human emotions, and those emotions are very valid to our experiences. And so I've been really kind of sitting with that and contemplating the compassion. So connection to the community, compassion. And then the other emotion that I'm still deeply feeling, which kind of launched this whole initiative in the first place, this movement, it was really the curiosity. I'm still loving every conversation I'm having with every mother, whether they're recorded or not. I'm deeply enjoying having conversations with those for whom this podcast resonates, even if they're not mothers, even if they're not parents. Because, we've all been mothered or, have had the parenting experience, even if we're not parents ourselves. And so getting that feedback from folks who, for whom this work is still really relevant, even if they're not necessarily like, kind of the quote unquote target audience, has been really rewarding and inspiring, and instills even like a deeper sense of curiosity for this work and the ways in which it seems to be connecting with people, which is, what I had hoped. But the fact that I'm hearing it from people is just sort of extra special, and extra. Let's just say it's just extra in all of the best ways. And so, yeah, almost 20 episodes in, and I'm still just as curious, and I'm still just as inspired to continue these conversations with mothers from, any stage and any age within their parenting journey. So we are going to continue to have these conversations. We're going to kick up probably the sort of content on social media and more engaging opportunities for mothers and parents to share their experiences and share their perspectives. So stay tuned for more content, if you will. And I'd love to continue the conversation. If you are interested in having a conversation with me about how it feels to be a mother, or you just want to join the conversation with other mothers, or just hear what we all have to say, please, check us out on our socials, howitfeelstobeamother.com, obviously the podcast. I would love to hear your experiences and your reflections on, this work, this journey so far. Again, nearly 20 episodes in. It's pretty remarkable that we've come this far. And I can't wait to see where this takes us. I'm so grateful, beyond grateful, to all of you who have supported near and far around the world, right here in my backyard, and who really have taken the time to reach out and share just how meaningful this work has been to you. It's deeply meaningful to me as well. And so keep it coming, you all. Okay, on to the next 20, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next.
Learn more about how it feels to be a mother by visiting howitfeelstobeamother.com and following us on our socials. Please join the conversation.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this podcast, including those of the host and guests, are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of any entity they represent. Appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The content presented is solely for general informational, educational, and entertainment purposes. The use of information provided on this podcast or materials linked from the podcast or website is at the user's own risk. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. Users should not disregard or delay in obtaining medical advice for any medical or mental health condition they may have,
and should seek the assistance of their healthcare professionals for any such conditions.